Well, good morning, viewers. Today is a first in Lygon Street for a long, interesting car. We have Rick here. For the uninformed, you might say this is just another red Ferrari. But if I said this was owned by the studio or Tom Selleck, Magnum fame.
That's right.
And Rick will, the proud owner of this. You've had it what for?
I bought it in 2012.
2012.
And it was shipped over here, and now we have it on club registration, which means that we don't have to convert it. It can stay in its original form, and you're allowed to ride it.
So he's even bought the cap, which Tom Selleck, or Thomas Magnum was his name.
Thomas Magnum. Yeah.
Now tell us a bit about the number plate, Robin 2. Is that was the number plate he used to use in his series?
The part he played was it was a sleuth or private detective at the time, and he stayed at the Robin Masters house. And what happened there is he was allowed to use the Ferrari. It was part of the deal of him staying there and mining the house with his offsider Jonathan Higgins. And throughout the series, he was the main driver of the car, but throughout variations in the show, you would have Higgins drive it or take it off him if he was a bad boy in the show. Generally, if someone was watching the show, they were all booing Higgins because they thought this car belonged to Magnum. And when he did drive it down the streets of Hawaii, he used to tell people it was his car, or people used to think it was his car, until someone asked him, "Is this your car?" And he used to stumble along. But it was owned. This was Robin Masters' #1 car. Then he had Robin 2, which was his Audi car. Then he'd pick up guests and who stayed at the house. But Thomas had a pretty good life there. He was allowed to drive the Ferrari. Matter of fact, he never paid for anything, I don't think, in the entire series.
Not like you, I guess.
I had to pay for it, yeah.
But it's in its original state.
Yeah, this is in its original state. It hasn't been painted. It's all left from the days of the shooting. At the end of the show, they were sold to at auction to private collectors, and you found a lot of movie hire places that buy the cars, and they would rent them out for future shows that actually needed a Ferrari. This one was used in different music clips. It was used by the NCIS as well, where you can't get any information for about 8 years. They all think you're mad when you ask about what did it do after that. And then it finished up at Lamborghini Dallas in Texas, and it sat in their showroom for quite a time, and the managing director would take it home on weekends just to keep it running, and it was basically just kept in its state until we bought it, and it was shipped over here, and we were going to restore it fully, and then we've been advised to keep it in its natural form with all the little dents and marks from.
And even that burn mark on the.
Yeah, there is a burn mark here where they backed in to a pole when the car was new. They damaged the exhaust, and the exhaust was going to be very expensive, like every Ferrari part. It's very expensive. It was probably around about $5,000–6,000 back then, which would probably be equivalent to about $10,000 now. So they got the local mechanic to weld a patch in the back of it to fix the problem. And it did fix the problem, but every shot you see of the car at the back, you'll see this little burn mark.
So from what you've been telling me, you and your son have collected all the footage and memorabilia.
Yeah, we've got a lot of footage. We've actually been to the estate as well. Had a look around the estate. And it's been sitting in disrepair for a long time, I was only over there probably about 8 months ago, and there's actually no one there at the moment, but Obama's just bought it, so there's a bit of interest.
Well, I think the significant thing is, and we're very fortunate to have Rick here, his son. This is going to be on display on Sunday the 4th of March for the 5th annual Italian Auto Icons event, and we're going to have lots of memorabilia, some photos of Thomas Selleck. But this is a superb example of a Ferrari style, but the linkage to which was an important show in our era, wasn't it?
Well,
Tom was a bit of a hunk.
And these cars actually put Ferrari back on the map. At the time they produced these cars, Ferrari was fledging. It was in trouble, and in the series they were originally going to use a Porsche, but they wanted Porsche to make a bigger sunroof, so as they could shoot down. Porsche said no, we don't make any changes to our cars. So they went for the Ferrari, and for Ferrari's luck, it was a winner for Ferrari.
So Enzo Ferrari is very pleased.
I reckon Enzo Ferrari would be.
He'd love to be here next Sunday.
I reckon he would have been. Yep.
Rick, pleasure to have you here. We look forward
Peter.
Sunday, and for those who like Magnum ice creams, come along and you'll see the real thing.
Yep. If you ask Peter, he might give you a Magnum ice cream.
That's right.